Hey, what's up people? In today's video I'm going to be playing The Wreck. It's a 3D visual novel game by a failed screenwriter in her day-to-day life. It looks like quite a cool game from what I've seen online, and I do hope you enjoy it. So I played this game for like a few minutes before. I did it during the heat wave we had in the UK a couple of days back. This is kind of like a loading screen by the way, so I'm not really interrupting anything. The way this game plays out is kind of like unique and a bit weird, but it's interesting nonetheless, so I do hope you enjoy it. The song reminds me from the song and Drive, like night. I forgot what it was. It's like na na na. I didn't do that song any justice, but click to start the game. By the way, I think the voice actress is trying to do a French accent, but I don't think the voice actress is actually French, because there'd be times when you can hear the original accent. Click start. Click to start. Hospital.
I have a confession. I love crappy romantic comedies. Yeah, it's a cliche. I can't help it. I love them. All those movies have that scene, you know? The girl is at her wit's end. She's been crying her eyes out. Her makeup is running. She looks like a zombie. She's done. Which is when Ryan Gosling knocks on her door to coax her out.
How many romantic comedies is Ryan Gosling in?
Ah, shit. That sounds nothing like Ryan Gosling. See, this is the problem with my life in a nutshell. It's not romantic, and it's certainly not a comedy. All right, where am I? What happened?
So this is what I was talking about. It's a bit weird. You choose certain words in a sentence,
I felt woozy.
and it continues the story.
Really, really hot. And I guess that I fainted.
Meh.
And that's putting it mildly. I'll be alright though.
Are you sure?
Aha, as if I could be sure of anything. Still, I should probably update my guardian angel. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe there's something I know for sure. If I have to spend one more second lying on this filthy floor, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to vomit. Vomit again, I guess. Yes, I'm sure. I'm good. I just had a little bit of a moment. A big moment. But it's over now. Sorry, I ducked out. I'm already feeling much better. I can hardly tell her the truth, can I? Most people don't actually want you to be honest with them.
They kinda do, not gonna lie.
Oh, I apologize, Dr. Giagana. I just vomited up my breakfast. I had it all over my chin.
That's
It
Italian.
wasn't a good
What am I
look.
doing?
It's hardly my fault. I haven't been handling stress very well lately. I'll be out in just a second. Those weren't here before. Do you think they have any idea where they are?
I'm sure this comes as a shock, but it is crucial that you understand the situation. Your mom had a brain aneurysm. Do you know what that means?
Mom. Funny. I could never get myself to call her mom. She's always been Marie to me. As I understand it, it's a weakened artery wall?
Correct. And that artery ruptured, which caused a hemorrhage. It is a serious situation. We need to prepare for whatever happens next very quickly indeed.
I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to know that this is not good.
I'm not gonna lie, I always thought a brain aneurysm is like an instant killer, and that like anyone could get them at any time. Not to scare you guys. Really?
Really? I don't know anything about medicine. I work in administration. It's mostly paperwork. I am not going to tell her that I'm a failed screenwriter. She would never take me seriously.
Anything related to medical care will be my team's responsibility. But you are her trusted advocate.
I'm
So
sorry,
you should be
her what
aware.
now?
Do you not remember? This is the reason we called you. We have your name and your number, which means that you signed the release.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
And since she's not able to express her will, it falls to you to speak on her behalf. But I presume you discussed that when you went through the process. So you must know that there are a number of options to consider.
I just want to move my cameras a bit. I realize I'm discovering the dialogue a bit as well.
I don't believe it! She put my name on the form without asking me.
She is your
She
mom.
must have forged my signature.
How dare
It's hardly
she?
a surprise. She's always done that kind of stuff. But I'm not making any important decisions. The phone call from the hospital, that was a surprise. I'd never have thought anything so serious would happen to her. Anyway, when she's back on her feet, she's going to have a good laugh about this. The idea of me deciding on... I've had my share of this kind of responsibility, and it didn't turn out well. However, my dear mother doesn't seem to understand.
I kind of skipped that last dialogue bit. I'm so sorry.
Of course, Jan will have her say, and if we disagree, all hell will break loose.
But yeah, so the different word to choose, I think, because the next sentence is linked to the word you choose. So what you do say is linked to what you choose. What am I saying?
I feel trapped, like a fish in a barrel. Oh, come to think of it, I would love that. A 30-second memory, and not a care in the world. Fear me, sharks, for I am the terror of the oceans. That reminds me of the nickname I got during swim class in middle school. Sea hag. Haters, all of them.
They hate us
Sorry,
because they
miss.
ain't us.
Miss Fortin?
Demange. I went back to my maiden name.
I'm sorry, that wasn't in your file. Listen, I understand that this is all very sudden, but we don't have a lot of time. We need to focus.
We do indeed. Why do you think I'm here?
Let me be clear, miss. I'm not your enemy, I'm just the on-call physician. So we can work together to help your mother, or we can wait 7 hours, 22 minutes, and 17 seconds. And then I can go home, and you can pick up the conversation with Dr. Zorzan instead. But I should warn you, Zorzan is an old coot.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay. I guess I deserve that one.
It's okay. I understand. It's not an easy situation. Our major concern right now is the hemorrhage is spreading. There's the risk of a cerebral vasospasm.
A cerebral what?
That is a complication which could severely affect her brain.
Is she going to die?
We're doing
Are
our
you
best
an
to make sure
idiot?
that hasn't happened. But there could be long-term consequences. This sort of event severely impacts the body, and mental functions may also be impaired. I need to know if you and your mother will be able to deal with that sort of complication.
Who hears that their mother has a brain aneurysm and does not think this situation serious? Are you an idiot? Honestly, I know nothing about medicine or anything about that field, but at least I know what a brain aneurysm is, honestly. But yeah, I want to
No,
know.
it can't be.
What's like, can you like 100% recover from brain aneurysm considering you can not die from that?
I'm not ready for this. What do you mean?
To be completely frank, if we're able to pull your mother through this, there's only a small chance she'll be like she was before.
Damn.
Small? How small?
Smaller than that. In all probability, she will never be quite the same. Some people would prefer not to keep living under such circumstances. That rather their medical care were geared more around letting go as gracefully as possible. What I need to know is, what would your mother want?
I don't know how to answer that. Last time she told me she wanted something, it was to be in MoMA.
Excuse me?
MoMA? The museum in New York.
Miss Demange, Wait, your mother's that Marie Demange? The artist?
Artiste.
There it is. Works every time. Once people figure out who Marie is, snap! Their whole demeanor changes. They feel like they know her somehow. Yeah, the Marie de Mange. And I'm her assistant, I guess. I handle the business, the management, the press, so that she can be fully dedicated to her art, you see? Anyway, the other day, I got a call from Centre Pompidou. They want to do a retrospective on her life and work. Can you imagine? The billboards, the crowds, the press, the whole shebang. And I'm like, hell yeah! I hop into my car, I rush over to tell her. I run into the workshop, yelling, and you know what she said? Did you hear from Mama? Ugh. Someone had told her they were considering her Self-Portrait 8, a canvas from her latest series. A whole exhibit in Paris, on the other hand, she didn't care. So, that's my mother. Most of the time, I don't know. I have no idea what she wants.
I know what I'm asking isn't easy. I can give you a little time to think.
Like that would change anything.
I don't want to hate on the game. I think it's quite cool, the art style, and everything, and it's only the beginning. I think there's a lot of dialogue without substance, in my opinion. I don't want to be too critical, but that's my thinking.
Yeah. I suppose I need to think about it. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Running away.
I know what she'd say. That I'm running away again. What did she expect? That I'd just show up and what? Decide whether she lives or she dies?
Okay, this animation is pretty cool.
Make it to the end of the day, let alone.
Where are those cows? I couldn't see. Oh. Wait, can you check if... Grab my phone, the most important thing. Wait, can we grab stuff? No, we can't. What the hell is that?
I remember. Diane and I found an injured bird in the backyard. It was tiny. I think it was around the time Marie had set up her new studio in the sunroom. Now that I think of it, that was also my first experience with death. In fact, I also had a really weird dream that night. Something about that day always seemed off. I never figured out why. And why am I thinking about this now?
This is kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of that game I played. Arise is some story where you can fast forward time. Oh, you went to look for stuff? But there's a circular mouse pointer in the middle. I can't really move that. It's always censored. If anyone's wondering. Am I meant to be looking for something in particular? Oh, what? I pressed that whole thing.
Do you recognize it? This is the mobile that Marie made me before I was born. It's exquisite and delicate. I loved it. And you did too. I think I still have it in a box somewhere.
You just keep going in a loop.
Yeah, Diane was so proud of packing her own suitcase. Her father came to pick her up that afternoon. She spent the weekend with him and her stepsister. I was a bit jealous, but also happy to have some time with my mother, just us.
What else can I click on? Surely, because I don't think I've clicked on anything in this room. Marie.
Told us she'd take care of the bird, so we went back to playing. I never saw it again, and when I asked what happened, she said it just flew away. I was so relieved.
Hashtag clueless in the chat. Oh.
Back then, Marie wasn't very well known, but she was hardworking. She had just started a series on birds, actually. They were all over the house. She considered them a symbol. A postmodern symbol of anti-anthropic levity. Classic.
What does that even mean? This game also reminds me of Alfred Hitchcock. It's quite similar.
I saw a big shadow moving down the hallway that night. I imagined a monster bird was visiting us. For a long time, I thought it was just a strange dream.
Looks like he's about to breakdance. Surely that's all of it. No? Oh, nest.
It was high up in the tree, but the wind blew it down. The bird was obviously young. It was a big fall. It must have been badly hurt. I didn't realize it at the time.
Please tell me that's all of it. If I rewind... No? Oh, okay. Wait. I thought... Okay, yeah, I thought I clicked on this before.
Marie was always quite passionate about birds. So I suggested we keep this one as a pet once it got better. I could already imagine it. A beautiful cage tucked in the corner of the studio.
Clueless.
She got so mad. At the time, I didn't understand why she reacted like that. But now...
Clueless. I feel like I might be a bit harsh on the main character. Please tell me that's all of it. I feel like I've highlighted every single thing there is to highlight. No, it's just the start menu. Feels like I have to scan everything, right?
Now I know for certain that someone was in the backyard that night. And since Diane was at her father's, it must have been Marie. What was she doing out there? Maybe...
The reason why I keep looking at my clock is because I booked Snook in 10 minutes and I'm definitely not going to be there in 10 minutes. Is there not any of my days?
Maybe Marie killed the bird. That's what she was doing out there in the middle of the night, burying it in secret.
Clueless.
And it might
Clueless.
sound strange, but I also understand why she did it.
Clueless. Are you gonna... Yeah, I feel like something's changed a bit. Are you gonna see her burying the bird? I swear, when I go outside and see birds,
Marie is really
I'm gonna go mad.
an astonishing person, you know. She's usually hard, but also she could be vulnerable sometimes. She couldn't stand seeing the bird injured. She knew it would never recover. It was too weak. I remember she said, "Not being able to fly, that's no life for a bird." She thought it would be better off dead. She could have just abandoned it, let things run their course. But I don't think she did. I think she killed it with her own hands. It sounds cruel, doesn't it? But that's just Marie. That's her outlook on life.
Isn't it like putting down a dog or euthanasia?
need to know is, what would your mother want?
Oh, okay. I kind of get why she mentioned that.
I'm not ducking out. Not this time. After all, isn't this what Marie wanted? I think... My legs are shaking. Maybe I'm having another turn. I think I need a sugary drink.
Understood.
Do you need anything?
Iron Brew would do the job.
I need more coffee. But if I drink another one, my stomach's going to declare war on the rest of me.
I just can't speak on my mom's behalf. One thing's for sure, she's a radical. She's all or nothing, all the time.
I understand. It's hard to contemplate the idea of living with a disability.
It's not that, not at all. If we were talking about me or someone else, I would say it's gonna be fine. You adapt, people do it all the time. They have to. Life's too important. I would say that. She wouldn't. I'm not sure that answers your question.
She certainly comes across as rather forthright.
You don't say.
I've seen her on TV a couple of times. My father loves her. She's an extraordinary artist. In her interviews, she's so impressive, fierce even. It must be quite something to be the daughter of someone so talented.
I've heard this one before. That's a polite way to say, it can't be easy to have a nutcase for a mother. Yes, it's quite an experience. Doctor, do we know why this happened? We were just having dinner last night. She was fine.
There could be a lot of factors. Family history, hypertension, alcohol consumption.
I did have a pretty severe hangover this morning.
Even past trauma, like a historic head injury. It's hard to say right now. All right, Miss Demange, I'll give you time to think. Let's speak again in about 2 hours, if that works for you.
Sounds good. Can I see her?
Wait, did that fish die?
Let me find out her room number.
Sad.
I know what I have to do, what I should do. It wasn't that long ago that I could write this kind of scene without breaking a sweat. I step into the room, there'll be tubes everywhere, beeping sounds. The audience will know that it's serious. Then I start bawling my eyes out. I collapse on my mom's bed, pouring out snot from my nose.
I don't think now is the time to be doing your screenwriting stuff.
Or maybe I'll be dignified, stony-faced, standing quietly in the corner. Close up on my face. They'll see I'm suffering. Deep inside, a single tear rolls down my cheek. That's exactly how it will happen. Or what should happen. There's just one problem.
I feel like the demo's about to end.
I really must. She probably needs me. I don't know why, but I can't open that door.
Are you kidding me? Your mom's dying. No wonder you got into a car crash. I do feel like the art style is kind of cool. I do want to double down on the points I made before. There was a lot of dialogue I felt like without substance. The way you make choices and how you select things is quite unique. I don't want to be like too harsh on the game, especially since it is a demo. But I thought like overall it was pretty cool. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do like and subscribe if you do like my stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.